So I find it interesting that it is 1:27 a.m. and when I clicked on this video, there was 72 views. And the reason I'm clicking on the video with 72 views at 1:27 is to get the questions for the channeling, okay? So I know a few of you sent in questions, and I'm sure when some of you see this, you may be like, oh, I want to ask a question, and that is totally fine. You are welcome to do that. I just saw 33 up there. There's been so many synchronicities, so many signs. I was really tired. Like, when I posted this video to ask you guys, like, do you have any questions for the Emissaries of Light? I had made it like 3 days before I actually got it to actually post because of how, like, weird and discombobulated the time has been, and it was like hard for me to get it up there. So then I finally got it up there, and then I was like, ugh, again, and was just so out of it, exhausted, sleeping. I actually had woken up throwing up one morning, and then like 3 days after that, I slept like all day, all night, just nonstop. So I've been trying to get my energy back up to a place where I felt okay to channel. So we have one comment here that says, I want to say I'm thankful for that no matter what you're going through, you don't give up on us and stop helping us, because I know for myself, I've been following you for a few years now, and your Alcyon Light Healing and Patreon and readings and even your videos you post have helped me to be open and connected. And without all of it, and without you, I know I wouldn't have made it through everything I've been through. Thank you so much, Bridget. You deserve the very best. So thank you very much. I didn't know that said only that. I thought there might be a question at the end of it, but thank you very much. That is, again, one of the reasons why I made the video, to ask if you guys wanted to have questions for channeling, because I had gone back to do a lot of things to Alcyon Light Healing, like adding in stuff and putting in new links so that people could purchase the activations again, and I was seeing all of those comments of people being like, thank you so much, this is so helpful, this is so great, it's really helped me. And it helps me to hear that, you know, because like I beat myself up all the time. Like, I may be helpful to other people to be like, oh, don't be mean to yourself, love yourself, you're a manifester. But like, I attract my community for a reason. I recognize myself inside of you guys. I still have doubts. I still have human emotions and an ego that blocks me. And to hear those things really helps me to be like, oh, like, it's helpful. Let me keep going. And it reminds me that I have a gift. It reminds me that I've helped a lot of people along the way. And that's what I want to do. That's what I like to do. So thank you very much for reminding me of that. Now, Rick has sent in a question about how to identify the more valuable teachers among all the teachers that you might come across. So again, I'm going to be trans-channeling. I don't know how many of you people have seen me do this before, but I've done this on this channel when I first started it, and I've done it on the Bridget Rao channel like years ago, like 7 years ago. I am more capable. Like, it used to be very slow. I used to have to like take a while to get into it, come out of it. It's not like that for me anymore. I'm usually able to get into it and out of it more snappier, but I still need to get into it. So I'm going to invite all of you to get into the vortex with me, just to protect yourself and to be in alignment with the highest vibrations that we can be within. And then I'm going to put my consciousness over to the side and allow the Pleiadians to come through and speak to you through me. And this is a thing that I do anyways, but sometimes, like with the cards and stuff, I'm much more present. It's me that's there speaking to you. They're present. It's almost like we're switching it up for this. So like me being the main person with them right here, they're going to be the main people with me right here. That's how it feels. It's like I feel like I go out to the side and they come through to communicate to you. When I did this in person with people, I'd have like a room full of people and we'd go around and everybody would ask a question. People have seen my face change. Right now my ears are starting to pop. Like it's weird. It's always different. It's always, you know, an experience in itself. But let's ground the vortex. I now ground the vortex all the way down into the heart of Mother Earth. And here in the heart space, I call on the angels and archangels, the ascended masters, the multidimensional beings of light, the Pleiadian, Arcturian, Lyran, Andromedan, Sirian, Vegan, Avian consciousness to assist us in bringing that vortex all the way up around us on all sides, encompassing each individual who will connect with these messages to protect and align, expanding out to encompass the homes, to keep us in a place of safety, security, and transmutation, rising all the way up to the light of source where all information is known and stored. And here in the heart space, here in the center of creation, we anchor into that light, and we speed the vortex up to just under the speed of light for transmutation. Anything inside of the vortex that is not at the vibration of the Mahatma love without condition will not be allowed to remain within, and is instantaneously transmuted out to its appropriate levels. Anything outside of the vortex that is not at the vibration of the Mahatma love without condition will not be allowed to enter in. I ask for a pillar of light to come down through the center of the vortex now and into the crown of myself and each individual connecting with these messages. I ask to connect with the Pleiadian consciousness, the emissaries of light, to deliver the guidance that is needed and necessary at this time for those who are open to receive these messages that are supportive for the entirety of the collective. We are here. We are the Pleiadian emissaries of light. And we are very excited to communicate with you at this time. This is a very powerful time. This is a potent energy that you are in at this time. The Pleiadian lineup is upon you. The energies are significantly increasing for communication with your guides, for communication with your I Am presence, for communication with the versions of yourself that exist within the Pleiadian consciousness. You can see us as aspects of yourself, your future self, or multi-dimensional selves, because all is infinite, all is now. There is no future, there is no past. It is all an expansion of the now moment. We understand that some of you have questions, and we are here to deliver the guidance and the messages that are specifically aligned for you at this time to help and uplift you, to support you in finding your way. We understand that you are asking how to recognize the best suited teachers, or the teachers who can support you and guide you, those who will be of the best service. And we feel that this is a layered energy, that there are many ways, there are many teachers, there are many way showers in your reality. You yourself are a teacher for yourself. Each experience that you live is unique. It is meaningful. It has purpose. Each decision that you make is unique and meaningful and has a purpose. Each day you are teaching yourself in a myriad of ways. You are growing, you are evolving, you are learning. Your life as a whole is a teacher. It is why you have signed up to come at this time to live and to experience the timelines and the reality that you are playing out. And it is your consciousness, it is your mind, it is your beliefs, your experiences that shift your reality, that help you to navigate the path that you find yourself on. And each individual that you meet along the way, each person that you connect with is also a teacher. Some of them are significant and some of them may not be. Some of them may be wonderful teachers and some of them may feel like they have not helped you at all. But in the grand scheme of things, every single person, every single event, every single thought, every single day and every single moment is a learning experience for you. And if you can allow yourself to see life in this way, if you can allow yourself to see everybody in this way, that will benefit you the most. To recognize yourself as a teacher for yourself and others, and to recognize others as teachers for yourself and others, and for themselves. If you are looking for education in one area over another, allow your heart, your soul to guide you to who feels aligned for you. But also remember that even the teachers who feel as if they did not teach you anything, or that they guided you the wrong way, or they led you into a place of misunderstanding or darkness or duality in any way that it is known to be expressed, is also a teacher. It is also teaching you how to navigate those things. It is teaching you how to not be, to recognize the person that may trigger you, that may upset you, that may take you down a path that seems like it was not the straightforward path, that seems like it did not give you the outcome that you had wanted, that it may have taken you down a place of adversity and difficulty and pain. Even these can be great teachers. They teach you who you would like to be, who you would like to learn from and understand how not to be. They show you the duality. They show you who are better teachers, more aligned for the upliftment of yourself. But without experiencing a teacher that is a lower vibration, or of a dualistic expectation and expression of creation that may take you down a path of difficulty or has seemingly derailed you. Without that experience, you wouldn't come to understand and recognize a teacher that uplifts or a teacher that guides down the path that you had intended to go. But regardless, they are both teachers, and they are both very much aligned with wisdom that you need to understand on the path of life. Wisdom that will support you and align you with your higher timelines. You must know the lower timelines, you must know the shadows, you must know the darkness in order to understand and recognize the light. But again, if there is a specific path that you are trying to navigate, if there is a specific goal that you are trying to achieve, we urge you to trust yourself, to trust your gut, your instinct. And in the times that you do not trust your gut, that you do not trust your instinct, that you go against your intuition because of someone's reputation, or because of someone's certificates, or because of someone's experiences that they have come to share, that they come to show, that they have all this experience, that they've learned all these things, that they know this, and that they know the best way. If something inside of you does not feel aligned for that, if something inside of you feels maybe something's off about this person, maybe they remind you of someone that was not of the light, or someone that had taken you down a path of adversity or difficulty, trust that over what certificates they have, or over what prerequisites they've achieved, over what they say. How do they make you feel? And also keep in mind that you are unique. Each and every one of you learn in a unique way. Some of you need to learn through seeing. Some of you need to learn through hearing. Some of you need to learn through doing. Which teacher is offering you the best way for yourself? And the only way you're going to know which the best way for yourself is to explore and to try and to see where you thrive and where you fall. But again, ultimately, the best method to find the best teacher for yourself is within yourself. To trust what your gut knows, what your gut is saying, what you are feeling when you are connecting with an individual. Do not let their certificates, do not let their degrees, do not let their reputation or what they are saying about themselves and their abilities to sway you. Allow what you feel within you to guide you. Some of the individuals on your planet with much extensive backgrounds, that have gone to much schooling. They have acquired many degrees. They are, on paper, supposedly the best suited for the job of teaching something or another. You may find that they become the worst teacher, that they do not see beyond the logic, that they do not teach in the method that is best for you, that they do not have that intuitive aspect within them or the creative spark to inspire each of their students in the way that the student needs to be inspired. Allow yourself to be your greatest teacher, and allow everyone around you to teach you of the duality that exists. But when you find yourself navigating the path of life, allow your heart and your soul to let you know who is and isn't for you, and who can and cannot uplift you anymore. Do not allow the papers, the degrees, or the bios to lead you into choosing who will teach you. Allow your soul to do so, and that is the best way to be aligned. We have a question from the Mermaid Soul. They would like to know, when are they going to show up on Earth and help reestablish order, harmony, and eternal peace? First of all, we would like for you to understand that we are already here. You are here. The fact that you are here speaks to the fact that we are here, because we are all one. We are all one infinite soul being created consciously in a myriad of bodies, in a myriad of consciousness, in a myriad of creations, in a myriad of dimensions and timelines and versions of reality. But you are an extension of us. You are here as a star seed. You have come to seed consciousness onto the earth. You have come to seed harmony. You have come to bring balance. You have come to awaken yourself and others. You have come to bring a higher vibration, an alignment, an openness to this happening. We understand that there are those on the planet who channel messages of contact, messages of hope for a grand day or a grand reveal, when all of a sudden we all come out of the dark, we all come out of the shadows, we all uncloak ourselves and manifest and fix all of the wrongs that have been created here on your planet, to bring peace and harmony across the land instantaneously just because we have shown up to do so. That is not going to happen. That is not how it can happen, because you are a place created of free will. You are all consciously creating out of free will in every moment of every day. It is your choice to look at your world around you and see separation and duality and darkness and continue to feed into it. It is also your choice to look around you and see the oneness that emanates across all that there is. There is a splitting of consciousness. There is multi-dimensional realities. There are multiple truths being expressed and existing right now in this moment. There are timelines where the version of reality where things happen and play out in a certain way will happen and play out in a certain way. But there are also alternative realities, alternative timelines, alternative versions of events that will play out, based off of your consciousness, based off of your vibrational frequency, and based off of your expectations and the work that you do on yourself, the teaching that you go through within, and the teaching that you learn from externally, from the external sources, from the external people, and from looking and observing, understanding and creating. There is nobody that can come and just fix everything instantaneously for any of you other than yourselves. You are the conscious creators. You can manifest a timeline where you continue to project into the future that at some point they will show up. someone outside of yourself will show up and fix everything, but you will always continuously be in that energy of the future. They will show up, rather than they are here now. They are within me. We are aligned now in this moment to bring in that energy. It is a conscious decision, it is a conscious choice to recognize the power that you hold and possess within yourself. This is why you have signed up to come. This is why you are here, to remember and to awaken, to help in the grand shift of the collective consciousness, to bring order, to bring harmony, to bring peace across your collective, to bring peace to your land. But there is much that works against you. There is much that works within you against you, and externally around you against you. You have been doing great work. You have been bringing more harmony, more light, more hope, and more love to your collective. But there are still those who focus and notice the separation, who focus and notice a need, a darkness, a pain, and a separation. The more that you focus on it, the more that you see it, the more that you are waiting, the longer you will wait, and the more you will see, and the more you will create of the separation. It is time for you to trust your ability to shift the energies and frequencies instantaneously. It is a power within yourself to consciously allow that shifting and alignment of harmony, of order. And what is order within yourself? What is it that you expect order to become? You are a free will being, as are all those around you. Out of order comes chaos, and out of chaos becomes order. It is a dualistic expression. There can't be one without the other in this version of reality that you are creating in the third dimension. You will continuously see the light and the dark. You will continuously see the order and the chaos. And you will continuously see what you expect to see. But it is very subtle. When you can make that conscious shift from waiting to being, you will begin to see the manifestation of what it is that you are waiting for. But you cannot see the manifestation of what you are waiting for while you are waiting for it. You cannot see the manifestation of the order, the harmony, the peace, and the love when you are seeking it outside of yourself. It's within you. And the more of you that can create that within yourselves, the more of you that can hold and harness that peace and that love, that harmony, the more it will ripple around you, and the more it will be reflected back to you. But when you are looking around from a place of separation and a place of darkness and a place of illusion, you will see more of that. We are already here. We are all around you at all times. We are within you at all times. The peace is already here. The order is already here, just as the chaos and illusions are here. It is up to you to decide and to continue to decide, to choose to be in the reality where you are emanating those energies, where you are seeing the reality that you are hoping to manifest in this moment, now. Allow it, believe it, perceive it, feel it, and emanate it, and it will be. After the results of the election this week, could this have been the shift and/or catalyst that was needed to really begin to awaken people? Recently, I've been considering my journey and how I had to hit what was rock bottom for myself to start understanding and thinking outside of my hurt ego. And I thought that we had hit rock bottom as a country. But is it possible that rock bottom has yet to come? And if so, what can we do to continue to help others understand? I've been trying to spread ideas of love, compassion, kindness, empathy, togetherness to those I encounter. But sometimes it seems so difficult, like no one wants to wake up. What is the advice for the collective over the years to come? I truly feel that more and more people are ready for a change. When we see the election, we see a perfect example of separation and divide. We see a perfect example of people looking at things from one side or another. We see a perfect example of fear being manifested, lies being spread, illusions across the land, unnecessarily. There is so much of this darkness and this separation and illusion that runs rampant because more and more focus upon it, regardless of what side they're on. Each side wants to blame the other. Each side wants to think what they think about the other. And there's multiple layers of that. This in itself is one of the biggest obstacles that your world faces. Your collective consciousness needs to begin to overcome. And it is not just the election. It is manifested in a myriad of ways. Through all homes, through all people, through all souls, on a subconscious level. It has been ingrained into you from the day before you were even born, where you were in the womb. You've been hearing things. You've been seeing things. You've been feeling things. You've been integrated into a DNA, into a bloodline, into a belief system that spreads and creates separation, that continues to manifest these illusions, the beliefs, the darkness, the white against black, the man against woman, the poor against rich. It is all a tactic to divide. And it is all a matter of perspective when it comes to the rock bottom. Each individual experiences their rock bottom at a different point. So we cannot collectively look around and expect the entirety of all beings on the planet to collectively come together at one rock bottom. There are places on your planet that are falling apart. There are wars being waged. There are children dying. And yet, some of those individuals experiencing that, partaking in that, have still not hit their rock bottom. There are individuals on your planet who are in the throes of addiction, homeless, alone, cold, and dying, and yet they have still not hit their rock bottom. There are individuals on your planet who are living the high life. They are having all of their needs met. Their financial worries are non-existent. All of the materials that they could need are present, and yet they are miserable. They're unhappy. More and more and more is not enough for them, and they have still not hit their rock bottom. A rock bottom is an individual thing, and it comes from an individual perspective. Each individual will go through their own awakening and their own shifting at their own time. And each of you are responsible for your own awakening and your own shifting and your influence on the collective consciousness. And judging by what you have stated, it sounds like you are doing more than enough to spread those words of harmony and peace, to want for more light, for more love, for more unity is a beautiful thing. All that you need to do is harness that within yourself and consciously intend that for those around you. We do not necessarily have to reach a rock bottom to propel up. Individuals do not need to reach a place that they consider the rock bottom to awaken. That is one individual's experience. And not all individuals need to go through that to awaken. Sometimes we get within ourselves and we project what we've experienced onto others, or expectations onto others of what we expect from them, or what we expect will take for them to change. If we take the expectations off, we can start to see the change much faster. We can start to see individuals doing their own thing at their own time in the way that is most aligned for them. So the best thing to do is to set the intention that each individual that is present in your collective consciousness can begin to shift and awaken and rise, regardless of where they're at today. That we do not have to have the expectation of going lower, or even seeing things as a low now. If we can start to perceive things as rising, as we can start to imagine that everything is working out for us, we will start to see that, we will start to manifest that. And we don't have to continue downward. We are not even on our way downward. It's just the perspective or the idea or the belief that we are on our way downward that continues us on the way down. Start to shift your awareness, your expectation, your vision and intention to see everybody rising, to see everybody harmonizing, to see the unity within each other, to see the collective working together, to know and trust that everything is working out as it's meant to, as it always is. And also remember that your individual experience is yours for you to have. Others do not have to go through a similar experience to reach the same state as you or the same place as you. Allow each individual their own unique expression of creation, but also encourage and intend and envision that we're all coming up and we're all rising to the highest vibration, to the highest alignment, to the highest and best outcome for each individual that is meant to have at this time in your reality. Allow that collective to continue to radiate out higher vibrations of love, of peace, of harmony, without any expectation of having to reach darker or go farther down or into more illusion of separation, because we are truly all one. It is when we look at each other from that place of separation, of pointing at another, that we're actually pointing at ourselves. We are pointing at our shadows. We are pointing at the discarded parts of ourselves. We are pointing at the beliefs within ourselves that we have deemed bad, or that we have deemed incorrect, or that we have deemed are the only way to manifest. There is no limitation on the creation. There is no limitation on what can be done or what can happen, or how quickly or how slowly, or the path that needs to be taken to achieve the enlightenment, the upliftment, and the union of all that are here and present at this time. There can be that instantaneous shift, and you can be a part of it if you allow for it and believe in it. What are the star guides' transmissions and messages for you at this time? You are part of a collective consciousness, and each of you that are here tonight will be receiving these messages for a reason. We feel that a lot of the messages that have come through have been very much aligned to each other. The messages about teachers aligns to the messages about seeing those around you in a place of oneness rather than separation. Remember that each opportunity, each moment is an opportunity to learn and to grow and to teach yourself and to teach others, to rise above the expectations, to rise above the falseness and the illusions, to continue to elevate, to continue to grow and ascend. Remember that each one of you that are looking out there and waiting will continue to wait. Allow yourself to know right now in this moment that we are here, and we have always been here, and we have never left, and that we are here within you as well. Right now in this moment, we are being expressed through you, to you, for you. You are brought here for a reason, for a purpose, to hear these messages, because you are ready to receive them. You are ready to deliver them. You are ready to integrate those messages through the collective consciousness, through each person that you are connecting with, whether consciously out loud spoken or simply taking on messages within yourself. You are constantly elevating and teaching and emanating into your consciousness that supports this collective. You are uplifting, and you are healing, and you are ascending. You are bringing the unity and the oneness. You are bringing the seeds and the potential to grow to each individual on this planet into your own soul. You are significant and powerful, and you have a mission, or you would not have been here at all. And your mission is to be here, to emanate, to anchor, and to raise the vibrations, which you have been doing through all of your adversities, through all of your lessons, through all of your ups and downs, through every moment of every day. You are learning and growing, you are evolving, and you are living in your mission and purpose. Are you in New Mexico? We are infinite. We are everywhere. The channel of this channel is located in the United States and Massachusetts. When they see the beings outside, or the light ships, the consciousness, the collective energies from the Pleiadian frequencies, or the guides, the masters that are manifested in the sky, it is a manifestation of the expectation that they will be there. Sometimes it is also a manifestation of the expectation that they are calling to connect, because deep within the soul, she knows There is a message to be received. There is guidance that wants to be heard. There is a being, an emissary, a guide that is available to deliver downloads and frequencies. If you are called outside, if you are outside and you look up and you see the light of a star or of a light of something that you are unfamiliar with, you're not sure if it's a star or something else, allow yourself to connect with it. And again, allow that light to be a teacher. Step aside and open up to receive the guidance and the messages, the feelings and the frequencies that are coming through you. Sometimes you may feel that you are wrong. If you feel that you are wrong, if you believe that you are wrong, if you expect that you are wrong, you will be wrong. If you allow yourself to open up and receive and trust and know that the light is there, it is always there, it is infinite, it is across your planet, and that is open for you to receive the messages, the guidance, and the downloads of, you will receive it. Sometimes you will be called to go out to look because it is there calling for you, but it is also a version of yourself out there calling to you. It is a part of your subconscious that is pushing you and speaking to you to go and connect. It is always a reflection of yourself that is working to you, through you, for you. And sometimes we perceive it in different ways. Sometimes we perceive it as a teacher. Sometimes we perceive it as another person. Sometimes we perceive it as a star or an unidentified ship. Sometimes we perceive it as a dream. It does not matter how you perceive it or how you expect it or how you allow it within. Always know that it is an aspect of yourself that is calling to you from within you, from the universe, from the collective consciousness, from the oneness. Oneness has broken into infinite creation, and it is constantly creating itself through an infinite myriad of ways of expansion and expression. And sometimes you are being called to connect with it in a myriad of ways, at different times, at different junctures, to fire up different aspects of yourself, because you are ascending, you are learning, you are healing, you are growing, you're evolving. But yes, we are infinite, we are everywhere, just as you are infinite and everywhere. Remember this about yourselves, and remember this about us, that we are here, we are everywhere. And if you would like to connect with us, you simply ask and intend and open and trust to receive. Open the vortex, call for your protection, transmute the lower densities, and open up to the light so that you may receive it in alignment with the intentions, so that you do not worry about darkness, so that you do not worry about interference, so that you do not worry about all the things that your world has presented to you as, oh no, there might be something off, or there might be something low, or it could be a trickster, it could be an illusion, it could be bad. Do not allow those thoughts and those ideas to integrate into your mind. Protect yourself, aligned with the light, and allow it to come through you whenever it wants to. And if you feel the light calling to you and it feels good within you, there's no fear, there's no anxiety. Trust it, receive it, download it, and integrate it. And know that even if you do find yourself caught up in some form of darkness, some cords or some energies or entities, you can always protect yourself and release yourself from anything, because you are infinite beings, you are infinite creators. There is nothing that can keep you from creating and manifesting and transforming. I think those are all of the messages for tonight. There was one more message. Oh my goodness, my ear's ringing very loudly. There was one message from, every time I say that it goes, there was one message about, have I considered putting my guided meditations and sound healings on iTunes or Spotify? I haven't, but I could try it. I don't know if you're allowed, like, are you allowed to, you must be allowed to sell things like that. I'll look into it, but my ear's ringing very loudly. Look, channel. It says, you are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. You are all channels I just decided one day, well, I went through my awakening, and then after I went through my awakening, you know, I just randomly one day was like, I'm gonna sit down and channel, and I did. And again, it got better over time. But each one of you are channels. Each one of you are everything. You're infinite. And it's 2:07 a.m. now. How perfect is that? How perfect is that? We started at 127. There was 72 views. And now it's 2:07. There's synchronicity all around you. There's guidance all around you. Your dreams are in a place for you to transcend and allow for you to channel. But there's no limitation. And your truth is the divine truth for you. Whatever you choose to believe as truth is what you're going to see and what you're going to create and what you're going to manifest. See your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. And if you want to create something, allow that to become your truth so it can be created. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. You can give creation to anything you want to give creation to. You just have to believe it. So your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You are connected to cosmic intelligence. They are out there. They are everywhere. And you can call them in. You can go outside and ask them to show up and say, show me. And then feel guided to what star is speaking to you, or look for something out there. Sometimes they'll show up in so many different ways, but they are everywhere. Now that thing's over there talking, take a moment to connect to source through quiet reflective meditation, and that will help you to channel as well. But yeah, hopefully this has served those who have asked their questions. And if anybody else has a question for the emissaries of light, let me know. We can make this like a little series of things, and I'd be happy to deliver those messages. Thank you very much. In Rune, namaste.